Hello everyone. Today we are going to talk about Python. Welcome to the world of Python programming. Yes, you heard it right. We are going to actually learn Python. This is going to be a beginner friendly video series where we will embark on an exciting journey and learn the fundamentals and details of Python. Python being one of the most versatile and in-demand programming languages, it makes it an optimal choice for a beginner to start with. If you're a beginner, you're going to learn what Python is, how to set it up, and how you can create an application from scratch. If you're an advanced programmer, you will get to learn the basic technical details, the deeper technical details of Python. Let's unlock what Python is, and before we deep dive, I would like to welcome you to my channel, Tech with Machines. In this video, we will cover overview, features, real-world examples, and the setup, which will help you to start writing code in Python. So let's start with a quick introduction. Python is a versatile high-level programming language which is known to be a simple and readable language. Due to this quality, it makes it easier for any beginner to understand and write complex concepts or logics in fewer lines of code. And it has gained immense popularity due to its clean syntax. There are some key features of Python which we will explore in next few minutes. But before that, Python's creator was Guido van Rossum, and its first release was done in 1991. Now, what are the concepts of Python? Python is simple, which we just explored, that because of its simplicity, it is very easy to understand. And if you are someone who is beginning in programming, Python might be a great choice to start with, comparative to other languages. It is high-level programming language. What does that mean? That means it doesn't really let you worry about system intricacies. It actually abstracts all low-level details, and you basically just deal with or focus on solving problems. It is dynamically typed, which means the variable types which are determined at runtime, which makes it flexible, but at the same time also requires a careful attention when you are defining variable types or when you are writing code. It has support of both object-oriented programming and functional programming. It supports all concepts of OOPs like inheritance, abstraction, classes, and objects, and at the same time has functional programming support where we have lambda expressions, we have list comprehensions. It is interpreted language, which means the code is executed line by line, and this allows for rapid development and prototyping. It has an interactive shell where you can actually run some code snippets in real time. It is platform independent, which means it's portable and you can actually run it in any platform or any OS. It has immense community support, which actually keep on adding extensive libraries and frameworks for various domains. Now, what are the applications or different areas where Python has its reach? One of the most popular ones are data engineering and machine learning and AI. You would have heard about PyTorch, TensorFlow. They all deal with Python. There are other modules as well which are used in data engineering and data science like NumPy, Pandas, PySpark. And then for the web development, there are frameworks like Django, Flask, Fast API. And it also allows you to create scripts and automation. Let's cover this very important details about Python. Python has two major versions released. One was Python 2 and the recent one is Python 3. And each one has its own set of features, improvements, and compatibility considerations. Python 2 was first released in 2000 and it actually has its shell life ended in January 2020, meaning it no longer has any official support or updates, but there might be some legacy projects which still rely on Python 2. Python 3, on the other hand, was the successor to Python 2, and it was basically released with the goal of fixing design flaws which were discovered in Python 2. Python 3 was released in 2008, and it introduced new features and improvements like Unicode support and other language refinements. There are many key differences in Python 2 and Python 3, like a common statement like print. Print is a statement in Python 2, whereas it has become a function in Python 3. In Python 2, there was no Unicode support. It was less consistent, whereas in Python 3, it is supported by default. Python 3 has improved error handling and exceptions with clearer traceback messages and syntax comparative to Python 2. While there are many differences between Python 2 and Python 3, it is important to note that Python 3 is a recommended version for all new products and developments. So if you are starting to learn Python, it's highly recommended to use Python 3 to take advantage of its features and to ensure compatibility with future developments in the Python ecosystem. So how do we now set up a Python environment? Now to do that, we will first install Python from official Python site. That will be the first step, and for that you will have to go to an official site, python.org. As you can see, already opened it, and as you can see here, there is a download section, and the version which is latest is Python 3.12. Though you can install any version above 3.9, which has latest features and improvements, and it has support of Mac, Windows, and you can actually install it from here. It's straightforward. I am using 3.9.13 and I have installed it using MacBrew. Once you install it, you should be able to validate its version and if it's installed properly. For that, as you can see here, I just fired. Let's fire it again. So what I have done here is that I have actually gone to my console and I'm just gonna write Python here. Let me go out, and I'm just gonna write Python here, and it's gonna print. It is gonna open the Python console and it's gonna print the version along. So if, as you can see, I am with 3.9.13, and it's okay if you are installing Python 3.12. We will first cover basic features and data structures, which will not have any difference between 3.9 and 3.12. Though there are more features in 3.12 which we can discover in later part of the series. But to begin with, any version above 3.8 should be good enough. Also, apart from installing Python, you also need a good editor and good code editor. I would recommend to go and install Anaconda Navigator. It has all the IDs and all the tools which are required to do coding in Python. You can either use PyCharm community version. I use PyCharm community version to do the coding, or you can use Pyder. I would suggest to use PyCharm, which is more user friendly. And if you, in later part of the series, if we do exploratory data analysis for the data science projects, then we will use the Jupyter notebook here as well. But to begin with, PyCharm community version should be enough to write the code in Python. We will leave this video till the environment setup, and in the next series we will actually write our first Python program. I hope you enjoyed this video and it helped you to gain some knowledge today. If you have liked it, please subscribe if you want. Otherwise, you can always come and learn and give feedback. Thank you so much.